Hey guys, it's Najee here. So today I'm going to be showing you all my deck profile for my Laval deck. I feel as if Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't give the fire cards a lot of love, but I may have found some combos with Laval that can possibly grab everyone's attention. So for starters, let's get into it. So as you can see on the screen, this is the Laval deck. We're going to start off with Boost Warrior. Boost Warrior is a very good level 1 for fire cards. One, because he has 200 defense. Let's stay paying attention to the 200 defense. It's very important. And his effect states, you control a tuner, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position, and all warrior monsters you control gain 300 attack. That's a great effect, but let's also keep the 200 defense in mind. On to the next. Next is going to be your first Lavo monster, which is a level 1 tuner, Lava Volcano Handmaiden. When this card is sent to the graveyard, if you have a lava monster in your graveyard other than Lava Volcano Handmaiden, you can send one extra lava monster from your deck to the grave. This is a great card for the lava deck because all they base off of is having their monsters in the grave. And the more monsters you have in the grave, the better the effects. And also, pay attention to the 200 defense. This is going to be a prime thing to pay attention to. Obviously, we're going to have Max C just for draw power. You're going to need it. Next is Laval Kodal. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Simple, 2 stars, tuner. If you have 3 or more lava monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Just a great extra tuner to have. You can also throw him in the grave if you need to. But he's also just great for the special summoning effect. Notice he doesn't have 200 defense though. So let's keep paying attention to that. Red Resonator. Now, Red Resonator is probably the most unpaid attention to card in this deck because in Master Duel, there's metas, and the metas swift very quickly. So when people see me play Red Resonator, most of the time they just surrender because they assume that I'm playing Red Dragon Archchain deck. Little do they know, it's lava. But anyway, Red Resonator, you normal summon, you can special summon a level 4 or lower monster from your hand. And if this card is special summon, you can target one face-up monster on the field and gain life points equal to its attack. And I use that effect a lot, and I'll show you later. And I run 2 of those in the deck as well. So this is just an extra slot that I had about 2 extra cards I could put in. I was looking for more monsters to throw in. So this card is Kane, the Master Magma Blacksmith. Not necessarily Laval in his name, but his effect benefits Laval, obviously. You can banish this card from your grave, all face-up Laval monsters you control gain 400. Decent, but just an extra card to throw in. One of your most important tuners in this deck is going to be Laval Lakeside Lady. If this card is in your graveyard and you have 3 or more lava monsters with different names in your graveyard, you can banish this card and one other lava monster from your graveyard to target one set card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Pay attention to that defense as well, 200. And I run 3 of those in the deck. Ash Blossom. We all know what Ash Blossom does if we play Master Duel. If you don't have Ash Blossom in your deck, setting yourself up for failure. Next, Laval Cannon. When this card is normal or flip summoned, you can target one of your banished lava monsters and special summon that target. So, this card is universal when it comes to Laval. It doesn't matter if it's a synchro or a base monster. If it's banished, it can special summon that monster. And that effect is so good, considering Laval Lakeside Lady causes you to banish her and another lava monster. So you'll have 2 options to choose from once you banish them. Lava Blaster. Now, this is pretty much like your Needle Nest Bug, I believe that trap card is. That just sends 5 cards to the grave. That's all you're really using him for. He's a warrior as well, so you can use reinforcements with him. And when he's normal summoned, if you have a lava monster in your grave other than him, you can choose a number 1 to 5 and then send that many cards from the top of your deck. And this card gains 200 for each. I've used this effect numerous times. I've gotten his attack up to 2,000 before. It's useful for just for getting cards in the grave. Decent card. Only have run 1 of those though. Laval Magma Cannoneer, up to twice per turn. You can send 1 fire monster from your hand to the graveyard and inflict 500. Perfect combination. You're sending cards to the grave. You can use it up to twice per turn, so that's even better. And also as well, pay attention to the defense is also at 200. Laval Flogus, I don't know what's going on with that name. When this card is sent to the graveyard, all lava monsters you control gain 300 attack. So you can send this card back to back and it'll stack up with this one. And that's 600 attack for all your monsters right there. Laval Archer, one of your most important monsters in this deck as well. When this card is normal summoned during the main phase, you can normal summon one extra lava monster in addition to your normal summon set this turn. Also, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one fire monster you control, destroy it, and if you do special summon this card in defense, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except fire monsters. Perfect combination card. Normal summon, extra normal summon. You normal summon your Lava Lakeside Lady, go into a level 7 Synchro. Boom. Perfect combo card. Also, 200 defense as well. Pay attention to that. Next, Laval Lance Lord. Level 6, 200 defense monster. You can normal summon this card without tributing. Also meaning, if you normal summon Laval Archer, you can also normal summon this card as well. Perfect combo. If you do, during the end phase, send this card to the graveyard. Even better, when this card on the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished fire monsters, add that target to the hand. So in situations when that happens, most likely you're going to just choose your Lava Lakeside Lady. She'll most likely be the one banished. And whatever other monster you choose, pay attention to the 200 defense. Nibiru, of course, need one. You don't need it, but it's good to have. I had an extra slot for interruption. I might switch that out for impermanence, but it's just good to have one. Harpy's Feather Duster, destroy all spells and traps we know. Monster Reborn, special summon the monster. Reinforcement of the army, get a warrior. Now, the most important card in the deck is going to be Rekindling. Special summon from your graveyard as many fire monsters as possible with 200 defense, but banish them during the end phase. This card, when you draw and you have a great hand in a loaded graveyard, you automatically win. I'm going to go over every single monster that has 200 defense in this deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 monsters. And there's only 5 slots in Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can choose out of those 8 monsters, you can choose any 5 of them and summon them anywhere you want. Anywhere. Banish them during the end phase, but they're all going to be used anyway. It's the most important card in the deck. And I'm going to show you guys why when we get into a live duel. Molten Conduction Field, send 2 lava monsters from your deck to the graveyard. So when you use this card, and you get this card first off, always going to send Lava Volcano Handmaiden. Her effect is a little clunky in Master Duel, so it's very certain when certain things activate her effect. So Molten Conduction Field is one of those. You send it to the grave, you send 2 monsters to the grave, you send her. And for example, Lava Lakeside Lady, to get your grave set up, she can allow you to send another monster as well. So you'll have 3 lavas in the grave right then and there. So boom, perfect. Also, I use this card as a bait since everybody loves to run Ash Blossom. It's a great bait card. You send 2 lava monsters, someone's like, oop, I could pop Ash Blossom. Why am I not going to use it, right? And then they use it like an idiot, and that's not even the really important play. Also, Performal Pal Pop-Up. This is another bait card that I use, but also if it goes right, it sends cards to the grave and you draw cards as well. So you send up to 3 cards from your hand to the grave and you draw that many. That's really the only reason I have to use this card in this deck, to be honest. It's a bait card and you send cards to the grave and draw. Swords of Concealing Light is also another good card in this deck. Why? Because it combos with Lava Lakeside Lady because she can target one set card, be it spell or monster. So you flip all the monsters face down, you can destroy it. And this card is not even a once per turn effect. You can use this card 3 times. So that's 3 cards you can destroy if they're set. Twin Twisters sends 1 card to the grave, which is perfect, and destroys the 2 spells or traps on the field, destroy them. Boom. Easy card. Torrential Tribute destroys everything on the field when a monster is summoned. and Molten Whirlwind Wall. All face-up lava monsters gain 100 attack for each lava monster in your grave. So it doesn't even matter if they have the same name, you're still getting that 100 attack. So let's get into the extra deck. Extra deck, Martial Metal Marcher. Level 3 Synchro. If this card is Synchro summoned, you can target one tuner in your graveyard, special summon it in defense, negate its effects. Perfect card, gets to summon, has 2200 defense, and it gets you an extra monster on the field as well in defense. It's a little wall builder. This deck, kind of, you're going to have to do that because it's not that high tier, but it can compete with some upper decks. Laval Dragon. It's a level 5 synchro. You can shuffle 2 lava monsters from your graveyard into your deck and target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So this card is very good because it's slept on and nobody really sees it coming until you do it. So not only are you reloading back your deck with this card, you get to also target a card and return it to the hand. And a lot of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh, when they're destroyed, their effects go off. This card returns it to the hand. Only downside with the card is that it targets. And a lot of the higher monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh, you can't really target them, but there's always a way around that. Laval Duel Slasher up next, level 5 synchro as well. This card gets its effects based on the number of lava monsters in your grave. 2 or more monsters. Once per turn, if this card attacks a defense position monster, it can attack once again. So it's 2 attacks in defense. Perfect. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflicts piercing. So now, if your opponent is playing defense against you, now you can go on the offensive. You get 2 attacks and you get piercing. So that's 2400 2 times. And I'm not good at math, so I'm not going to answer that question for you right now. On to the next. This card is debatable to have in the deck. I could find a better level 6, but I wanted to keep the theme Laval still. So this is Laval the Greater. When this card is synchro summoned, send a card from your hand to the grave. If this card will be destroyed by a card effect, you can banish 1 lava monster from your graveyard instead. Great card. Really resists being destroyed. It's not a once per turn effect either. It's a decent level 6. Laval Dragoon. This card is very important. As you can see, it's also ultra rare. Once per turn, during your main phase, you can add 1 lava monster from your deck to your hand and send 1 lava monster from your hand to the graveyard. So, majority of the time, when you have an empty hand, you're going to bring Lava Volcano Handmaiden to the hand, send her to the grave as well, and then send another monster to the grave using Lava Volcano Handmaiden's effect. Or you can just use it to swap out. You need cards in the grave. Say you have Lakeside Lady and Archer. You pull Handmaiden to your hand. You can choose out of those 3 monsters which one you want to send to the graveyard. Majority of the time, you're picking her. Now, another slept-on synchro that people don't pay attention to is Laval Stennin. Card is great. When this card is synchro summoned, send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Perfect. During either player's turn, when this card is targeted by a card effect, you can banish 1 Laval monster from your graveyard, negate the activation if you do destroy the targeting card. This card is not even once per turn. And if this deck is all about loading up the graveyard, as many times as your opponent tries to target you, you can keep banishing and negating, and this is good. A lot of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically say target. So this is pretty much immunity to target. But still, not even the most important synchro. Psy Framelord Zeta. It's good just to get rid of annoying cards. Once a turn, target 1 special summon monster your opponent controls in attack position, banish both this monster and that card, and return it in your next standby phase. Yeah, just good for getting rid of stuff. It's really annoying. F.A. Dawn Dragster. I was looking for a level 7 synchro that can do some good stuff. This one gains attack equal to its level times 300. That's 2100. This card attacks a defense position monster and inflicts piercing. That's great. Also, the most important effect is at the bottom. Once per turn, when the opponent activates a spell like trap card or effect, you can negate it and reduce this card's level by 2. So, nice little negate right there. Level 7, easy to make. One of your most important combo pieces is Laval Salamander. And this card can also be special summoned from the Banish Zone by using Lava Cannon. Because it's the 200 because of the fact that it's a Laval monster. So it could be Laval Salamander, Laval Dragoon, Laval Stenin, Laval the Greater, and so on. What this card states is if this card is synchro summon, you can draw 2 cards. Then if you have a fire monster in your hand, send 2 cards from your hand to the graveyard, including a fire monster. Otherwise, reveal your entire hand and shuffle it into the deck. You It's a great effect. You draw 2, and if you have a fire monster in your hand, you send 1 fire monster, and you get to choose whichever cards you want to send from your hand. So the reason that this card is so great is because when you get that draw 2, what you're hoping that you draw into is rekindling. This is all this deck is about, is drawing into rekindling as quick as possible. If you can get it first turn, you pretty much secure your win by like turn 3 or 4. But other than that, this is all this deck is built off of, is drawing, rekindling as quick as you can. And as you can see, I don't have draw power, but I have a lot of ways to thin out the deck very quickly. So let's continue. Laval Val X Lord. I was trying so hard to find a deck that I can use with this guy because he looks so cool. And his effect is nice. When your opponent activates a monster effect, only a monster effect, on the field or the hand, which is perfect. Quick effect as well. You can destroy that monster in a flick of 1,000 to the opponent. Great. If this card is synchro summoned and is destroyed by an opponent's card, you can special summon up to 3 non-synchro fire monsters with 200 defense. So non-synchro being regular effect monsters. And this also works like a rekindling as well, getting back those fire monsters in your hand. On your field. So Laval Archer, Lakeside Lady, Handmaiden, Boost Warrior, Red Resonator. All those monsters can come back off of this card being destroyed. So when your opponent says, you know what, I'm going to activate a monster effect, snap of your finger, you pop that monster, flick 1,000. They get around that, pop another play, destroy your monster, pretty much get a rekindle right back. Now you have 3 monsters back on your field, defending yourself as well, and also setting you up for your next play. Next is Baron de Fleur. Nice little level 10 monster. Everybody's pretty much running her in the synchro deck. There's no reason not to. She has a negate and she can target and destroy a card. And also she can special summon monsters during the standby phase. There's pretty much no reason to not have this card in your deck. Number 59, Crooked Cook. So, Crooked Cook, while you control no other cards, this card is unaffected by card effects. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, destroy as many other cards you control as possible, then this card gains 300. I just have this card in here just to have. I'm probably going to replace him for another level 8 synchro, but it's just good to have. Number 60. Now, I was reading this card, 1, because it was a fire type as well. So it's 2 level 4 monsters and it has 3 interesting effects. So each of the effects you have to detach 2. The first effect is going to say skip your next draw phase. Also draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. Perfect. So now there's draw power adding into trying to get rekindling, and you're sending a card to your grave. Hopefully it's always going to be a lava monster and you draw into rekindling. The second effect, skip your next main phase 1. Also special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense position, which is a great combo piece, and I'm going to show you why, because I always use the combo in Duel. Third effect, I don't really use this one too much. Skip the battle phase your next turn. Also double the attack of 1 monster you control. Okay, on to the next. Christian Heikel-Fibrex. We all know what this card does. If you have a synchro deck, you're going to have this in your deck as well because it brings a tuner right onto your field. And also, you can use his second effect during your opponent's main phase or battle phase. You can banish this card, special summon 1 tuner synchro monster, a tuner synchro. And that's the majority of the time what we use to bring this guy out. Level 3, defense, and gets you another monster. And now your main draw piece is going to be Sareju Skull Dread. Because when you rekindle, your first play when you rekindle is to link all 4 of your monsters and to make Skull Dread. Why? Because Skull Dread's last effect, when you use 4 monsters, and when this card is linked somewhere, you can draw 4 cards, then place 3 cards from your hand at the bottom of your deck. So out of those 4 cards, you gotta possibly get a rekindle. You got to. There's no way not to. But knowing how Master Duel is, knowing how luck is, we're gonna see. But that is the deck profile. So let's get into a duel. Hopefully everything goes as planned and I don't look like a dummy. But I think everything is going to work out because I've been playing with this deck all of last season. I made it to about Platinum 3 or 2 before I just was running out of time just to play the game as much. But other than that, let's get into it. Alright, let's see what we draw. Okay. Boy. So, not the best hand. Let's see if we can get this reinforcements of the army off. Let's see. I think this is going to be the play right here. So we're going to go into this because there's not much we can do with this type of hand, which is the downside. We're going to go into Hycofibrax. I'm going to use his effect. And we're going to bring Lakeside Lady out onto the field. Well, in turn right there. Let's hope we don't get clapped. Let's see what we're facing. Now, I really hope it's nothing too bad. Alright, we're saying 1. T-set. Alright, let's get it in the turn. Because now I may be able to just go right off on him. Oof, yes, you love to see it. Okay, so let's get into it. Options. So we're gonna do this right here. Since we have a lava monster in the grave, we can use his effect. You know we gotta send 5 cards. Thin out that deck. Oh, we lost a Rekindle, but it's alright. 5 cards down. Then we're gonna use this effect right here. Let's get rid of these 2. Let's destroy this back row. Now, if he try to use Call of the Grave, what is he gonna do? Oh, we might be facing a God deck. Oh, it's the only reason you'd have that. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. Let's get into work. So we're gonna go into Laval Salamander. And if we draw 2 and this is Rekindle, this is pretty, oh, game. Send him to the grave. Send you to the grave. Gain 400, I'm sorry, 300. Now, here we go. It's time to finally show off Rekindle. We're going to bring back 1, 2, 3. Let's bring back her too. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, no Nibiru because nothing is popping up yet, so that may be a good thing. We have, look at all the options. We can literally make every single thing we want right now. But I gotta show off the draw power as much as I can. No, we don't want to treat that as 2. 2, 3, and 4. Going into Skull Dread. I'm gonna use his effect. Look at that, another Rekindle. You love to see it. We're gonna sing you 2 and We'll do 3. So we have another Rekindle now. And also what we're going to do, Molten Conduction Field, because nothing's stopping us at this point. So we're going to send Handmaiden, because she's an extra send. And we're going to send Laval Landslord. Handmaiden's effect allows you to send another lava monster to the grave. And for the sakes, we'll just send him, gain some more attack. So now we can just destroy that simple Reflect Slime. Look, and we can make Baron right now, 3 and 7. Should we just do that? I think we are just going to do that. And we'll just pop his monster and then just rekindle. So let's go into Baron. And you gain a nice little attack boost. Now if he tries to pop any smart effects from his hand, I can just like easily negate. We're going to pop that. Boom, get rid of you. Rekindle again. And we're going to bring back 1, 2, 3. Let's see what else we could bring back just for the fun. Baron is a warrior, right? Now let's bring back him. And then we'll bring out you here. You. Her. Everybody get an attack boost. So as you can see, we can do this. This is all the plays we can make right now. We're going to go into Laval X Lord. Ooh, actually. Did I fuck up? I don't think I did. I could have made another play. Actually, no, I didn't fuck up. Go into him as well and get an attack boost, and that's piercing right there. Then we're going to use this effect. I'm going to destroy a fire monster. This is why it's good to just have throwaway cards like him. Destroy you. You come out. 4. And that's 5, 6. And now we can make a Laval Dragoon. Let's see what we even have left to get rid of. Let's just add you because you're good to have in the grave. More the merrier. And then we're going to use this effect right here of her. And we're going to get rid of that other set card you have. And that's game. Just like that. So this is the power of the Laval combos that I just randomly decided to invent. He's going to have the Guardian Slime. It's no point in even activating it, because I have now 2 negates on the field. Look at the options. Like, just get out of here. Just go on. But yeah, everyone, that's Laval. I made this up just on a whim of trying to use a cool fire deck that nobody's really using. People tend to run Brotherhood, Fire Fist, or Infernoble, but as you can see, Laval works pretty good. Only weaknesses I would say is a lot of summoning, so watch out for Nibiru. Ash Blossom you can get around. There's a lot of bait cards in the deck. Maxi as well, you gotta watch out for. So there's plenty of different ways you can make this deck stop people's decks completely. Other than that, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the deck list and have a great night. Thank you, everyone, for watching.